Hi everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, When and Why to Use Hashtags. My name is Casey Saxton, and I'm the USU Extension Marketing Project Manager. To start us off with, I wanted to start off with a bit of a funny video about hashtags, and so we're just going to take about a minute and a half and watch this quick video.
Hey, Justin, what's up?
Not much, Jimmy. Hashtag chillin'. What's up with you?
Just been busy working. Hashtag rise and grind. Hashtag is it Friday yet?
Hey, check it out. I brought you some cookies. Hashtag homemade. Hashtag oatmeal raisin. Hashtag show me the cookie.
Sweet. Hashtag don't mind if I don't. Pretty good. Hashtag getting my cookie on. Hashtag I'm the real cookie monster. Hashtag no, 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 no.
Delicious, right? Hashtag I did it all for the cookie. Hashtag LOL.
Hashtag classic. By the way, did you catch last week's episode of Duck Dynasty? Hashtag quack quack.
Nah, lately I've mostly been watching Netflix. Hashtag Orange is the New Black.
Oh, nice. I've been watching a lot of Barney the Dinosaur. Hashtag purple is the new black. Hashtag I love you, you love me, we're a happy family. Hashtag I'm 38. Hashtag dinosaurs. Hashtag how do they go extinct? Hashtag meteor. Hashtag ice age. Hashtag speaking of ice age, I just watched Ice Age on demand the other day. Hashtag funny. Hashtag Ray Romano. Hashtag Deborah. Deborah. Hey, by the way, Halloween's only like a month away.
I know.
I mean, do you know where you're gonna be at? Hashtag life decisions. Hashtag sexy ghost.
I think I'm gonna go as a Ninja Turtle. Hashtag gotta be Raphael. Hashtag Leonardo sucks. Hashtag the turtle, not the Italian Renaissance painter. Hashtag Mona Lisa. Hashtag is she smiling?
Alrighty, in an effort not to waste your time, we will move on. In today's webinar, we're going to go over these points. What is a hashtag? Why use hashtags? Where to use hashtags? A few hashtag rules and best practices, how to search hashtags, and common USU Extension hashtags. A hashtag is a word or phrase preceded by a hash or pound sign, commonly used on social media platforms. And hashtags have three main uses. The first is to tap into a broader conversation. And an example tweet here would be the workshops at the National Hashtag Conference this weekend were great, very informative. And then you'll see the hashtag conference at the end. Many events or conferences will use specific hashtags that will allow attendees to tap into a broader conversation and see what other people are posting about the conference. It's very common, and so be on the lookout for hashtags you can use as you attend special events or conferences. The second use is to make a post become searchable based on a topic. And in an example tweet, it says, today's hashtag cooking tip, don't mix up baking soda and baking powder. The result is not good. So if someone was searching the hashtag cooking, your tweet would come up in that feed, along with any other tweet that used that hashtag. And the third point is to emphasize a point. The third use is to emphasize a point. And an example of that is, I love when the stars align and everything turns out all right. Hashtag winning. So the hashtag used there isn't necessarily to tap into a broader conversation, it's simply to emphasize that that person's day is going very well. Twitter and Instagram are the big two social media platforms where hashtags are used. For Twitter, they are mostly used for tapping into a broader conversation, and on Instagram, they are mostly used to tie photos or videos to a specific topic. Hashtags are not as common on Facebook and Google+, and you mostly see organizations utilize hashtags on those platforms, but the same basic uses apply as well. A few rules and best practices I'll just go over very quickly. And it's important to remember that capitalization doesn't affect the use of the hashtag. Some people like to use capitalized words to separate the words of a phrase, and others don't. It's also important to remember that punctuation marks are not allowed. If you use a period or an apostrophe or a comma, your hashtag will be broken and it won't be searchable. Also, kind of a pro tip is to never use more than 3 hashtags on a Twitter post. A normal post should have 1 to 2 hashtags. And if you want to use several hashtags on an Instagram post, it's best to list them after your caption. That way people can read your caption and they don't have to get bogged down with all the hashtags you might be using. And then also, limit hashtag use on Facebook as it is not commonly done. I'm not telling you not to do it, but just limit your usage on Facebook. And then lastly, just don't overdo it. Too many hashtags in one post is way too much. And I wanted to touch briefly on how to search a hashtag. As you can see here, I've got a screenshot of Twitter and one of Instagram. Most social platforms will have a search bar at the top, and that is actually where you'll be able to search for hashtags. So you'll just put in the hash sign followed by the word or phrase that you're looking for. So this one is Twitter. The one on the right here is Instagram. On Instagram, before you'll see the screen, you'll want to hit the magnifying glass that will show up on the bottom of your app. I've also taken screenshots of Facebook and Google Plus here. The same concepts apply. And I wanted to briefly mention a few hashtags that we use here with USU Extension. And the first is just that, USU Extension. And that should be used to tie posts into anything USU Extension related. It can be used on an organization's page or personal pages, and we encourage all of our faculty and staff out there to use that hashtag. That way it'll allow people to search that hashtag and see all that Extension has to offer and all the buzz that Extension is creating around the state. The second is Live Well Utah, and this coincides with our Live Well Utah blog. Posts using this hashtag should be USU Extension related in the areas of home, family, food, finance, or health. And then lastly, Utah 4-H. This hashtag should be used when posting about anything 4-H in Utah. This could be at a state level or at a county level, but by using this hashtag, we're going to be able to come together and show everything that 4-H is doing in Utah. That's all I've got for you today. I know that was brief, but I hope that you have a better understanding of what a hashtag is and how you can use hashtags in your social media posts. If you do have any questions, my contact information is on the screen. I'm more than happy to visit with any of you out there about hashtags or anything social media related. It's been a pleasure being here with you today. Take care.